the spinning core just ruins the entire thing. One, two, and then three. Yeah, that's probably fine. Microbuild time! Off we go to microbuild. Where I have this much space. This is the amount of space I have to work with, and I have to win matches with the smallest inventory possible. You know what? Swapping that for a bandage is alright. Again, probably fine. I haven't got any way to fit the cog. Oh no, wait, I do have a way to fit the cog in. I don't think I'm going to use the cog in this run, but the cog in the last run would have been great. Yeah, I think the way that you can win the spinning core is just by putting cogs down, so that regardless of what direction you fire the core, it always turns all the cogs. Most cogs just give armor, which isn't helpful, but some of them do other things. But I'm like, how do you get to the point where you get cogs? Because that run starts with just a really bad set of items. And as much as I want to pretend that it's doable, I don't think it is. We do that. We do something with these. No, none of this is going to make any sense. I am just getting rid of that cog. Yep. Sorry, cog. No space for you in this run. You're too big and bulky. I don't know if a Mana of Us would be good or not. We'll chuck it in there. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to set up a mana network with some wands. I don't know what I'll be doing with it, but I've got a mana network now. Almost. Wait, that goes there. That goes there. There we go. And none of the rest. This is that tub full, so sorry, little thorn of roses, but I haven't got enough space for spikes. Item to the left and item below are used. Okay. Swap that one out for an actual just rotator. It's probably better. I guess I could put it next to the fibre optics one, but then that uses a charge, so I'm like, probably not. Okay, okay. Beat the Rat King, just. Used one time each turn. That's probably better than this. Currently nothing to use this mana on, but I have mana that will do something maybe. And that uses the rest of the charges. Second defensive grid's not awful. Still got nothing to use my mana on, if I even want to use mana. I need some cool weapons, that's what I need. The lightning would be something to use mana on, however it is massive and awkward. I could put it in there, but it would just be like a bunch of finagling things. But it could work. Could put it... It would go like that, and that would move up one, and that would move across one. And then we'd put the shiv in there. Did it like that. So that'd be 5 damage to all enemies as opposed to the 7 damage and 8 damage and 2 poison, which is probably fine. Probably fine. If we move these around a little bit like that. Hi Raiders! Hello Shortani! Hi Hayden! And how is everybody today? I am once again back in Backpack Hero for another Mouse Monday. My name is Tegan Mooson. I'm a bubblegum mouse VTuber here on the Tegan Mooson channel. Yeah, it's Mouse Monday. We are playing mouse games such as Backpack Hero. I am currently playing a robot mouse, bear, I think it's a mouse, called Crate, or CR8. And I'm doing the micro build. I did try the spinning core build quest run. I can't make heads or tails of how that's meant to actually work, so I've gone back to micro build and I'm just trying something different. Me suddenly realizing I've put this in the wrong place, and now I'm like, how do I make it work? I think the answer of how to make it work is doing something like this, doing something like that. Doing something like that is how to make it. No, it's still not attached then. Brain. You can work this out, brain. Where do I put it so that the stuff's attached? Here. No, because then it won't be attached again. I guess I do that. And once again just lose out a little bit, but it's now all attached. That's something. Yay! I like being a Monday tradition. Why do I think set up my own Monday tradition of just doing Mouse Mondays and now become other people's Monday tradition of coming to raid Mouse Monday? I approve. Very good. I don't want any of those. Yeah, I have no idea how this weird like lightning bolt build is gonna work. I just lightning bolt every turn. I don't even need to refill it. It just bounces backwards and forwards. The charge could just go forever. Will it do anything if it goes forever? No, not in the slightest. It'll overheat that, which doesn't do anything. Oh, thank you very much for the redeem, Shura. How was your stream, by the way? You were playing, more Legend of Zelda. How is it going? I need to make sure I stop this every time. Good hydrate. And a stretch. So the lightning bolt doesn't actually use any mana. So I could potentially get a wand in here. And this would recharge the mana. Oh, never mind, I lost. Let's try that again. Lightning bolt was a bad decision. Lightning bolt was a very bad decision, it turns out. Turns out, lightning bolt, rubbish. Even more Monday traditions stacked on top of each other. You have Mimic Mondays which raid into Mouse Mondays. The Mouse Mimic Mondays. So I need to find a mouse version of Legend... Oh, we need Mina the Hollower to come out. So that I can play the mouse version of Legend of Zelda, and then I can mimic you doing Mimic Mondays for my Mouse Monday. I feel that would be even better. First Mimic logic as per usual. It's very chatty today. Then we finish the Ice Dungeon in Echoes of Wisdom. Ooh. Ice Dungeon. Very cool. Tilted Sword might not be awful. See if we can get the Tilted Sword. Yeah! Never didn't manage it. I can now do that as my 2 attacks. Bonk, bonk, shield. And these 2 swords can just sit here next to each other, not doing anything. Perfect. Tilted sword. Oh, this is going to explode in my face. And it's going to hurt. Ow. It's a lot of damage. The bomb enemy going off is a lot of damage. Owie. spiky thorn. I don't need anything else. Don't need anything else. Could just grab an armor potion. Will it help me? Not really. Am I just going to get a bunch of armor for one turn? 100%. Yep, time to throw away all these random swords. A shop? No, that's a chest. Yeah, throw away the random swords. Oh, another spike. Grab the little sword. Cleansing bomb won't do anything. Reverser doesn't matter. Sure. We'll just pick all these things up. Mimic logic. It's a logic puzzle. I've set up another back and forth loop. Which means I can actually put that like up here and it'll bounce back to this tilted sword again. That'd be nice. Ooh, no shield for me that turn. Ouch. My cleansing potion did nothing. Slightly more armor, I guess. Slightly more armor, I guess. Run away from the strong enemy. Mimic logic sounds interesting, though. Okay, third hit on the tilted sword. Is something. Is something. Many spikes. Many spikes will just actually be bad. Many spikes will not help me, but will help me and it'll be fine. God, I'm on 2 health. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. I got a bunch of armor. Oh, because the armor potion. I had 1 turn of lots of armor. Hopefully this will be fine. We were okay. we made it through a fight. Ooh. No, mimic logic sounds interesting. There's only 1 regular dungeon before the end of the game. It's coincidentally your favourite dungeon of the game. Ooh. Nice. If I take the reverser off and I just do this, then we can kind of just spin. The spin will be stopped by the fact that I've got a tilted sword, but it's fine. Because it'll just spin. Yeah. It's fine. But turn it sideways. No, it's still for each below it. I was wondering if I could turn it sideways and make it count a lengthways, but it won't. So that's fine. Okay, that's good. Okay. We managed it, That across, put that there. do something that would make a difference. Nope. I have some armor, so that would make that do nothing, basically. Yeah, he's bad. Ancient Wand wouldn't be awful. 3 extra damage to all of them. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm very curious. I was hoping you'd have something cool, but not really. 3, 6, 9. If I sell 2 of them, I can then swap effectively 2 of them for this, which is just strictly better. Also takes up less space, so wins. I then don't have the 20 to get the flame gem, but that's fine. Get rid of that because I don't need it. Sure, we might be able to come back and get the flame gem later. And of course the craft here has a bunch of stuff that would actually be really useful, but I wasn't paying attention. Okay, 1 enemy down. Second enemy down. Okay. We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. We're getting there. This way I need the health. And this chest has things in it, so I might as well take the things. Oh gosh. I'm never going to get that to trigger because it's going to be used on the sword, so that's fine. I could put another spikes down, but I've got the extra energy at the moment, which is fine. I like the red pearl. The red pearl is pretty good. Okay, I'll probably come back for that. Let's go and try fight this enemy. Oh, that was... I was too keen on like not hitting their spikes, because I would have died if I hit their spikes twice before putting a shield down. That I was like, no, don't hit their spikes, and then completely didn't pay attention to the fact that they were hitting me for 50 and I only had 2 armor. Yes, micro build. Sometimes difficult to do. These are 2 quests that I really struggle with, is micro build and the spinning core. Micro build just because it's trying to get it to work. That I'm like, okay, cool, can I get this micro build to do anything? Not really. Like, I need some way to make it loop indefinitely and just get infinite damage out, but there isn't a way to do that. I wish there was, but there isn't. And also, it's how do you build into that perfect build? I can get it to loop, and I can get it to loop through capacitors, which deal damage to all the enemies. And that's the way that I've looked at it and gone, that's possibly the most successful way to do this. But also it's just kind of awkward. In a way that it's like, this thing that you can totally do definitely doesn't stop you from doing it. Well, none of this is particularly helpful, so I'll just grab the debuff potion, I guess. I'll go come and fight these enemies with my debuff potion. Take that. Enemies. Okay, that did something. My mana flows through it. Kind of want mana to work, but also kind of want other things to work. Like, capacitors just seem like the way that this works, but I never win with them. So I'm a bit like, maybe that's not how this works. I need to try something else, like mana. Like some kind of mana setup. So I'm going to try some kind of mana setup and see if I can do anything with that. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fine. I have no idea if it'll be fine. Right. The experience plant does nothing. The experience plant! It does nothing! Nice. Ah, it regened and therefore didn't die from the poison. Despicable. On use, adjacent items are used. Adjacent items are disabled for the rest of combat. Ugh. Ugh. Awkward. I don't know what I want to do. I've got to try and do things. Got to try and make this work. I'm going to do some kind of mana setup to see if it can work. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Yep, none of that does anything else for me. Take a spin, see what we get. Ooh, that ring could be good. I mean, why did I just spin for 3 gold? That was silly. I could just get 2 of this sword, I guess. I guess I have 2 of this sword. Can I use them? No. Can I make it work? No. Are they legendary? Apparently. For a very specific setup, which this is not the inventory for that setup. Hi, Rora. How are you today? Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, Earthstone Blade. A cool item. Not when my inventory is this small, because it's heavy, and I therefore can't do anything with it. Unless I have other heavy items somewhere. I do not. Yeah, nothing else is heavy, so it's just a big old sword that I can't fit in height-wise and could only fit in width-wise, and then it just plonks down to the bottom and fills up the entire bottom of my inventory. So I'm not taking those with me, I'm just leaving 2 legendary swords on the floor. And carrying on. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Hopefully you've had a very fun day. Maybe. Not terrible. Not terrible. Just a second shield to use the last energy on. It's something. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. Stuff is happening. Things are happening. And maybe we'll be fine. Maybe at some point I'll get some kind of wand or something of that nature that I could then actually make this mana run work. Who knows? Let me swap back to this one. Okay. Tis just better. Can I... Fridge? A fridge redeem? Then I guess I should get on top of the fridge. Yup. I'm now up on the fridge. Thank you for the fridge redeem. I shall sit on the fridge for a bit. Oh, it does mean it covers up the pencil, but that's fine. I've got my little fridge and I can sit here on the fridge. Oh gosh, what am I even doing? What am I even doing? Genuinely don't know. Losing my marbles, I think, is what I'm doing. If we do that... It worked. Luckily it was on a turn where I just didn't straight lose, so that was good. Okay. I still haven't found anything in the way of any kind of mana usage. Hooray! 3 stream streak. Well done, Laura. Moustache. I don't know if moustache will work on the fridge. It should do. It'll just look very small. It should work on the fridge. Oh yeah. Did that work? I can't see a moustache. Hello? Did you work? I said, oh yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I tried to moustache and my VTube Studio stopped responding, so it didn't like that. Ah, there we go. It's working again. I have a teeny tiny colourful moustache. Wee 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 wee. Nothing suspicious going on here. Just a tiny mouse on a fridge with a little moustache. What am I even doing? I guess I can put that there now that this is relevant. Yeah, that's... We can try it out. We love the fridge redeem. I also enjoy the fridge redeem. What I need to do is start putting more art on the fridge. Because I've done more art stuff now. So I should put some art on the fridge. In fact, we've got another Summer Slam coming up, don't we? I need to start doing anything for that. Oh gosh. I haven't prepared anything for the next Summer Slam that comes up. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing. Same roll column as a consumable. It is disabled. What It's not. So that's fine, right? My club now is poisonous. We had momentary panic of like, ah, broke it all. And then it was fine. Don't want the big cursed shield. Ooh. Lucky Shiv's nice though. That was the wrong one. I got a Lucky Shiv. It's better than a Sunflower Shiv. It's Sunflower Shiv with actual upside, as opposed to Sunflower Shiv that requires sunlight to have any kind of upside. +3 damage to weapon. Not terrible. And +3 damage to this a couple of times. Yeah, make that Shiv strong. Strong Shiv. Because when it defeats enemies, it adds luck, which will hopefully get me better things to pull. Maybe. Who knows? Ooh. I could then do this. And do that. And do that. And do that. And do that. And now I'm definitely not doing mana, which means I'll sell that ring when I get somewhere. Yep. Oh, the shop's right here. Goodbye. What do you do? On use, all connected gears rotate. When rotated, this item... The item this points to is used. Interesting. Right, my loop's not going to do anything if I've got the Robo Buckler here. We sell the Robo Buckler, we move that along one, and my loop does something again, and that's used the club a second time. Didn't need the experience tree. Oh no, it's the spike guy again. Oh, it doesn't even... Club takes an extra energy every time it's used. My loop! It does nothing! I just have a loop. And I got rid of the Robo Buckler like a fool. Like a fool. Yeah. At break time, I guess. Like a fool. I sell that for 3, I buy this for 6. Not great. But means the loop is continuous. Which means if I can now fill the rest with capacitors, then it will just be useful. I'll get 1 hit on each of these. And I'll get the use of the defense grid. If I get a second defense grid there and then 2 capacitors, then that would be, I think, the most damage I can deal. I think that would be the most damage I can deal. I'm not sure if that would be enough to actually win me rounds. Who knows? Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be, maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. Oh, I got a second use from my... Why did I get a second use? Did it goof on something? I'm just going to be splattering these little bees every turn. All weapons get this applied. Effect applied on use +1 damage this combat. Each hand lose 2 health. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if that's good or not. Be a surefire way to lose quickly, I guess. Or I can do this one that gets me 1 more energy, which will get me another hit with my club. But then I can't pick up rare or legendary items, which could be terrible. We'll just grab the egg timer and see if I can make it. See how far I can make it, I guess. Let me heal myself back up to hopefully get a bit further. I mean, the brick wall is a thing. The brick wall's not going to do anything. I can just chuck that in there and then make sure I sell it. Send it back to town. Off you go. Oh, thank you very much, Llama, for the daily spore redeem. Oh gosh. I don't think this run is going to go very well for me. It might be fine, but I don't think it will be, if I'm honest. What's the scimitar do again? When an adjacent or diagonal item is destroyed, +1 damage this combat. Not awful. Not awful. Or do I set up some kind of... Do I set up some kind of staff wand combo? No, it'd be really bad. It'd be really bad. As much sound like it could work. I know it won't work because there's not enough space to make it work properly. Boss of this next area is going to be the lizard. Of course it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 3 damage. The glitch. A locked chest. Do I have a key on me? No, I don't. Heal myself up a little bit. Gosh, so much poison, so much slime. Oh god, no, I put it too close to them. No, I put the slime too close to my core and now I'm dead. Oh, I'm rubbish at doing any of these. All these runs where it's like, you've got a specific thing that you need to do. I'm just like, what if I just messed it up somehow, randomly and stupidly? And that just earned me time off the fridge. I've ashamed myself. I am a fool. I do not deserve to be on the fridge. Absolute fool. Oh, costs nothing. So that'd be 1, 2, nothing for that. Use the shield, an extra 1 for the wooden blade. Oh, no, I don't want the armour. About to be very silly there. On use for each energy remaining hits for 6. There's one less damage, but I could just make it more interesting by just being like, what if I pull all the swords out of the way? Like, what if I do that? Then this axe hits for 5. I get the shield, and then this axe hits for 18? Maybe it's a good strategy. Who knows? Because I don't. I have no idea if it's a good strategy. Seems silly to me, but we'll find out if the X hatchet is actually just the way to go with micro build. It's doing pretty good so far. Oh, toy bear sword. But toy bear sword though. Stick it next to a bunch of accessories and just watch as I go bonk. Vorpal Blade is also kind of great. Okay, what we're going to do. We're going to chuck the Vorpal Blade in there. We're going to chuck Toy Bear Sword there. That's an accessory. Yep, that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. Sure. Sure. Bye. Connected weapons get +1 damage. Move the hatchet over there. Move that to there, move that to there. These are now all accessories, making this toy sword hit for 15. And that's connected weapons, which doesn't count the toy sword, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Things and stuff. You're not what I wanted, but I guess I will stick you there for the time being. Who's the boss that I'm fighting? The sword swinger. I can't remember what they're called. I don't remember what they're called. I never remember the boss's names except Queen Bee, because it's very obvious with Queen Bee that she's a massive bee with a crown on. We do that, we do that, we cry a little bit inside as I'm like, Vorpal Sword? Toy Bear. Vorpal Sword? Toy Bear. Which one? Which one should I choose? Because I really like Toy Bear Sword, but Vorpal Sword just does 2 hits of 8. Which would be 2 hits of 9 if I put it next to the electric sword. The electric stone. Sorry, Toy Bear Sword. You're cool and all, but this legendary Vorpal weapon wants to do 18 damage. Pray for the dead possum, and he gives me something too big to carry with me. Thanks, possum. I'll leave it next to you and never come back for it. That was a lot of hits. Okay, we managed to get through it. Oh, it really wants me to take the Toy Bear Sword. It's like, hey, look. There's another Toy Bear Sword for you here. Just saying. There's another Toy Bear Sword. We know how you like your Toy Bear Swords. How could you? How could you tempt me with a Toy Bear Sword? We want to do something different. We want to try different things and see if they work. Can't just toy bear sword every time. Yeah. Don't need any of that. Nope. None of it. None of it. Don't even like any of those. Why would I spin that? Must defeat Mouse Ruffian. I'm going to lose to Mouse Ruffian. Oh, I didn't lose to the Mouse Ruffian. I almost lost to the Mouse Ruffian. But I didn't. That's the important part. I mean... Yes. Yes. Vorpal Sword now does 24 damage. Thanks, Red Pearl, for the extra 6 damage right there. Sword just got distinctly better. Oof. Okay, Regen, I'm kind of relying on you to heal me back up for a bit. Okay, we got a couple of good uses of the Regen. We could heat switch. Swap out the automatic hatchet for a heat switch. Make it so that the loop is full. Do nothing with, like, we get a second hit with the Vorpal Blade is what we do with it. Because that costs me nothing. That costs me nothing. So I'd use one on that and then it would go around and use it again. Which is not awful. There we go. If I can get another hatchet, I could put it like... No, there's nowhere I could put it where it would be next to both of these. That's fine. I just threw away my hatchet, didn't I? My ex-hatchet. Which is fine. Fine? Maybe fine. I don't know. What do you do? Destructive Cell can be used one time each turn. When adjacent item is destroyed, create a charge with 2. Not helpful? I don't think that's helpful. Don't think that's helpful. Because I can just grab the 1-drop rare item and then come back to the shop and sell the 1-drop rare item. We did it. And what have you got here? What's this event? Give you a thing. No. I could put rage on a melee weapon. If we put rage on the hatchet, then we just put damage buffs on the Vorpal Sword. That's probably the best way I can make this work. And then we should be able to win with just the Vorpal Sword, just spinning the sword for victory. Oh right, both of those are cursed chest and a locked chest, isn't it? To the next area! The boss! The bramble boss. And our bramble boss is the vole guy? Bandit Lord, that's what he's called. Doesn't even have an animal name. He's just hit me for a lot though. Ow. Oh, that was a turn of not doing anything. Whoops. Misplaced that cloud. We love when you place an item and it just completely ruins your game. I thought I was doing okay there. And I just messed up entirely. With one misplaced hazard, it just went, nope, you lose. Good game. Carry on. It's like, oh, okay. Guess I lose then. There, put those there, put that there, grab one of these, that's fine. Sure. Ow. Means once each turn, when an adjacent shield is used, creates one energy charge. Yes. And yes. Let me do that, and we do that, and we put this over here. And then we grab that. That's probably fine. Right. Right. Yeah. There we go. The boss is Queen Bee, the one that we always know who she is and what she looks like. Heal myself up with a bit of a prayer over that poor possum fellow. Okay, that worked. She's once each turn, that is pretty good. Let's reroll all of that. Get another shiv. All of these are common items, so I guess we'll just put them, one of them just in there for some reason. It's fine. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, getting a good amount of damage. Can be used one time each turn on use deals 10 when an item in this column is used. Like if I do that, does that work? Because I can also do that. Test. Totally doesn't work. Item. What item? I guess that's the next question. What item? What is an item? What counts? Sorry, bee sword. Wanted to make you work. Found out you didn't. Was sad. I guess we just do this. Hang on a second. There we go. Slightly better. Yep. I don't think I've got anything that cares about the full loop yet. But I've got a sword that will get an extra use, I suppose. Extra couple of uses. Yeah. Now this is where I need the Vorpal sword. And then I can just get a whole bunch of hits out of the same Vorpal sword. Adjacent and diagonal weapons get +1. Like so. And none of the rest of this matters, so that's fine. Whee! None of this is relevant. Oh, hi friend. If it is adjacent or diagonal to armor or a shield, it is disabled. That's fine, because it won't be. That's fine, because it won't be. Yeah. Thanks, friends. You made my hatchet really powerful now. 4 extra damage. Fantastic. Ooh, do I take a capacitor now? A capacitor does just do better than a shiv. In all honesty, a shiv is 4 damage. Capacitor is 3 damage to 8 damage to all enemies. Which, if I have the loop, which I currently do, except for this heat switch, then that's just better. It's not a weapon. +2. Oh, that's 4. Still only makes it 4 damage. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe I want to put the diamond there. It's cooler if it does it on the hatchet as well. Yes, that's fine. Can I make it so the wooden blade is like along here? Probably. Did that make a huge difference? Not massively, I don't think. So we go. If I did it like that, let me test run it. That works. It works. Perfect. Yeah, we swap those. There we go. Now it works easily. Steel gear. 4 extra block. Not awful. Not amazing. But instead of 2 damage, 4 blocks probably better. Then we can possibly get another gear here that will do something. Who knows? We'll find out at some point. Raise to a melee weapon. If I put it on the shiv, it does something. I haven't got any rings. I haven't got any I haven't got any money. Okay. Off we go to the fight again, I guess. Oh wait, does that cost an action point? It does. The steel gear costs an action point. It's probably fine. It's not fine because it means the loop doesn't happen. We need to make this work. Okay, so if we put that there. It's probably still fine. probably still fine. We can just move that out. Put that in there. Where should we put that in there? Nah. Heal myself up. I don't need the experience tree, but I'm going to grab it anyway, and then we're going to run down to the next level. Oh gosh. How are we going to make this run a success? Because I don't know. Just give them that. Could give them this wooden blade. Deals 9 multiple times. So 9 3 times, or 8 to every enemy once. That's my current conundrum. Probably fine to do 9 multiple times at the moment. I don't want the Robo Buckler. Definitely don't want the bouncer, so I guess I'm just going to put the Robo Buckler there for the moment. Then we go down to the deep cave. Onwards to the next level. And with any success we will make... I'm not fighting the brigand. That is something I'm definitely not doing. Another capacitor is a thing. But currently I'm not doing the... Oh, I'm not actually hitting the capacitors, so I need to take the wooden blade away. Need to take that wooden blade away. Can I have anything else? Adjacent weapons get poison. Nope. Okay. Let's see how this goes, I guess. Oh, that battery now doesn't do anything. The battery now doesn't do anything, which is the massive downside. Ow. And you've still got spikes on. Oof. Excuse me. There we go. Well, this is rubbish. Hi, Callie. How are you today? Oh God, I'm so very much losing this. Sure. Put 2 rage on this dagger. I should have kept the sword. I don't need the capacitors, that's the real problem. If I get a weapon... If I get a weapon that's useful, then having the capacitors doesn't do anything anymore because I won't get the loop anymore. But I kind of like, now that I've got this defensive cell here, I kind of want a weapon that just has lots of uses. So that I can use all of my stuff. Doing good, playing some Resident Evil 9. Ooh, nice. The Resident Evil Requiem, is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. I could be horribly wrong. No, it sounds cool. I'm just playing Mouse Monday, trying to finish these quests and not having any idea how to make it work. That weapon might be an option. Or not, I could just get a bag of gold. It doesn't do anything. And a chest that I can't open because I haven't got a key. Is there a weapon in this? There's the jagged blade. I mean, I've got a space where the jagged blade could go. It could go here. It means then that... No, it'll go here because it's 4 long, isn't it? Yeah. Which might still be fine. If the jagged blade goes along there, that moves along one, that goes up one. And then we keep one of the lucky rings. Sure. Won't take any more items. That goes up one, that goes along one, the lucky ring goes there, that goes away. And I can't buy the jagged sword. I haven't got enough money to buy the jagged sword. I'm such a fool. I just goofed that entire thing. Let's just quickly put all those things back and pretend I didn't do anything. Yeah, no, I don't see a weapon at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. Do I just go and die to the brigand? So I've now got even less damage than I had earlier. Oh, do we just spin this and try and get the sword? No, I'm going to get the curse. Of course I am. Of course I am. I could just put it in the rotation and just tend myself and to leave this run right now. You can't even buy anything off me. Oh God. This entire run fell apart when I sold my starting sword. It was like, that was a silly mistake, but I wanted capacitors, so I did that, and then that was a stupid thing to do, and then I lost. So there you go. Haven't lost just yet, but basically have. Round and round the loop we go with one single capacitor. Round and round the loop we go with one single capacitor. So much slime. Oh, I died. Never mind. There we go. We'll just send the cursed battery back to town. Why not? Why not?